I'm a mermaid, I'm a phoenix, I'm a magical queen. I can be anything that I wanna be. I'm a poet and I know it, plus a singer too. And I'm sharing my world with all of you. Guess who's back, 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 back again, again, again. Ariel's back, back, back. Tell a friend, friend, friend. Guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back. Back, 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 back. Okay. Anyways, hey, it's me, your girl, Ariel Phoenix, coming, not live, I was about to say live, coming back at you with another Marrying Millions review, season 1, episode 3. So, y'all, I finally figured out Genty's age, okay? Before I say that though, if you could please, 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 with the cherry on top, subscribe and like my channel, comment, the whole 9, please, y'all. Now back to the business. Genty, she is 44. I told y'all that her and Brian weren't that big of, we're in the same age range. So Brian is 48, Genty is 44. So, of course, they discuss him living with his parents, and they actually met up to like exercise. Might have been a mountain. To walk up the mountain together. I didn't really see no actual exercising go down, but they met up and they talked. They discussed him living with his parents. Honestly, when he brought it up the last video, I wasn't too fazed by it, just because, I mean, don't get me wrong, at 48, he should definitely have his own spot. But I wasn't as concerned about the living with his parents as I was about the lying, and hiding it and stuff, because they had been dating so long. And like I said, I understood why he was embarrassed to tell her, but lying is lying. And she, on the other hand, was fazed. So, she brought it up. And now I am fazed, because when she brought it up, he just blew it off. Like, he was like, well, I already told you now, now, so no big deal. Like, come on. Like, boy, don't act like you ain't been lying to this girl for 6 months. Come on now. So then she was like, well, there's going to be a networking party, a legal industry people party. And he's like, well, what does that have to do with me? She's like, well, I want you to go. My friends will be there. And I want you to meet my friends. Me personally, I felt like, yes, she needs to have him meet her friends, but this was not the place to do it at. Like, I felt like instead of a party where obviously he's going to be extremely, like, 10 times more nervous because of being the only person who is broke there, combined with the pressure of meeting her friends for the first time, and it's a good amount of friends. It's not like 1-2 friends, it's a whole group. And then it's a party where like everybody is in like some type of professional type business, making ducats and buckets of cash. You know what I'm saying? It's not like these people are, good to go. No, these people are millionaires. There is a difference, okay? So he's like, I don't want to go. He didn't say that to her, but he's like, I don't want to go, but I don't really have a choice in the matter because I'm in the doghouse, so I'm going to go. That'll make her happy, I'm going to go. So, she's like, well, I need you to wear a suit. He's like, I do not own that one suit, girl. And she's like, here's my credit card. I need you to look your best. And he's not comfortable with taking her credit card, according to him. And then he says, well, we need to put a max on it. We need to put a limit on it. And I was like, yes, sir, yes. But then he says the limit is supposed to be $50. Now, we all know that that's not going to work. So I kind of felt like, does he just not know that that's not an actual good amount of money for a suit, for a really, really nice suit? Or is he trying to pretend that he don't want to spend her money while he spends her money on the suit? You know what I'm saying? But who knows? But, you know, then when he goes to the, what's it called? The suit shop, he is just like so happy. Like, he looked so happy. And I was just kind of like, I really don't know how I feel about you right now. Like, I don't know if you're pretending to be uncomfortable or if you are uncomfortable, because you show having the time of your life in that store. But, and also, how do you at 48 not own not one suit? I understand not having a multitude of suits because you don't need it. You work construction. Like, where are you wearing it to? But you should have a suit. One suit. Like, at minimum, I feel like, at 48. Come on now. So, I just really want to know, like, why do people on reality shows feel the need to tell their whole business, their whole ratchet situation to everybody in sight? Okay? Like, they go to a restaurant, they go to a store, you know, anywhere, somewhere, and gotta tell everybody something. Like on Love and Lockup, they always gotta tell people, well, yeah, I'm picking up my man, I'm picking up my girl for the first time. We ain't never met before, but I sent her all this money, and we're about to get married. And the people be looking like, what now? And then on this show, same thing. He's talking to the store clerk and is like, yeah, this is on my girlfriend's credit card. You know, like, she's paying for everything. She's balling, basically. You know, like, why? Why you gotta do all that? You know, because it wasn't necessary, I felt like. But the store clerk, I felt like once he realized that Brian didn't understand, like, what's high and low suit-wise, you know, price-wise, and, you know, what's name brand and what's not, and, like, all, you know, all that good stuff, and that his girlfriend was paying, he was like, oh, I'm about to get over on him so good and make this sale. Like, I don't know if dude got paid on commissions or what, but he worked him, I feel like. He was like, let's go straight to Armani. I was like, what? Yes. So then, party happens. It's a, you know, really nice party or whatever. Everybody's dressed up real nice, taking photos. Genty looks amazing. The dress was beautiful, of course. And, you know, her friends have already decided that they don't like him before they actually, you know, before he even got there. And then, you know, he gets there. And automatically they're like, you know, they can't stand him. But he did come in, you know, chugging down her drink because he was super nervous. And he kind of like had his back turned towards them while he was chugging the drink. So that wasn't good. And then she's like, you drank all my drink. Can you go get us, you know, more drinks? And she's like, I mean, he's like, us? Who is us? She's like, us. And he's like, them two? They don't got men? And my mouth drops. Their mouth drops. And he's like, you don't got a friend? You don't got a friend? It was like Oprah when she's like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. I said friend, man. You don't got a man is what I meant to say. And honestly, I kind of felt I understood where he was coming from, but he should have kept it to himself. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know if a difference in how millionaires and billionaires and people with a lot of money socialize, but like typically, unless we're like, you know, BFFs and I'm like having the time of my life and like just came into a bunch of cash and like, you know, just there's something to celebrate. I'm not about to be like, hey, let me buy everybody at the table something to drink. You know, I think I still wouldn't do it in those circumstances because I'm cheap. I'm not going to lie. I am. At the most, I'm paying for my bestie that day, and that's it. But, you know, obviously, like, that's her friends, but he literally never met them. So for him, and being somebody who does not have money, not only does he not have money, but like he's broke, like had to move back in with his parents broke. So of course he's not assuming like, oh, I need to spend my money on everybody at the table or spend her money in this case because he's the man, like of course. So, but I think he could have kept his opinion to himself, and like that could have been a discussion that they could have had at home. However, I think the same thing when it comes to her friends. I felt like they were also rude and they could have kept certain thoughts to themselves until they had a private moment with her after the party another day. Because, for instance, before the chugging the drink situation, automatically one of them was like, oh, you look nice. Did you have help with that? Like, you just met him, ma'am. Dang. Like, you don't know what he looked like on a regular basis, so why are you at his throat? Then they're like, when he did the whole, do y'all have a man, can't y'all buy your own drinks thing, they're like, but you're a man, where's your money? You're not buying your own drinks. Then when he finally comes back with the drinks, the chick was like, I don't remember what she said, did you buy all this? And knowing that he didn't, because they literally saw Genty hand Brian money. So the fact that you asked was like you were trying to start a problem. So she was like, did you buy all this? And he was like, did you order a drink? And then she's like, well, you're a man, like you're gonna buy me a drink. And I just felt like that was rude as well. And then so when Genty goes to the bathroom, it's just him and the friends, and the friends automatically are like, if you hurt her, and he interrupts and he's like, what, you'll cut off my penis? Excuse my French, but you know what, it's not really French, because that is a part of the body. It is a natural thing. You know what, we're not gonna go there. Anyways, he's like, you're gonna cut off my penis? And then she's like, well, that'll be the least we can do. And then he's like, I wish you could put on a penis and date her. And then everybody was offended. And honestly, I wasn't. I didn't see it as him trying to be offensive. I think he was making a joke. I think it's a joke you don't make with people you don't know, especially not females, especially not high-strung, you know, came from money, you know, type of females. But I think, you know, if people with a group of his friends, you know what I'm saying, it might have been an okay joke. But I don't think it was how they took it. But you let me know how you feel about it. Anyways, next we have Rosie and Drew. I feel like I should have saved Genty and Brian for last because I do feel like they probably were the most drama-filled couple this episode. But Rosie and Drew. So she met with her like like 2 friends, I think, to have some girl time because she needed it, she said. And she talked about how she and him had been thinking about marriage, but her parents don't like him. And the friend was like, marriage? Really? Like, you're thinking about that already? Like, you sure? And Rosie is like, I'm not gonna find any other man that can take care of me the way he does. He has so much wisdom. And the friend was like, and money. And I was like, yes, girl, exactly. Hit her with that truth. She knows she won't thinking about no dang wisdom. Then her friend, said a comment about like, well, you don't want to be in a relationship where you are only admired for looks, but apparently she does, because we finally find out how they met. They met on a sugar daddy website. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, to be honest. If that's what you want, that's what you want. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging. But what I didn't like is that, now I don't know for a fact this is what she wants, but it kind of seemed like the only reason she's not going to law school is because of him. He told her, well, what if you get into a top 10 school that will never spend time together? Like, he doesn't want them to be apart at all. But if you're a millionaire, like, why you can't just, like, get on a plane real quick and see her or whatever? But that kind of bothered me, because I just felt like if she does want to be a lawyer or anything else for that matter, like, she should not let him or their relationship stop her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my opinion on that. But if she was only going to go because of her family, then that's a whole different thing. But the way she worded it, it really felt like it might have been because of him. But it also seemed like she might have only started going down that road because of her family. So I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. Then she says, I have to do whatever it takes to make sure no one finds out how we met. I'm like, really? Really, Rosie? Rosie, did you forget that you are on TV and you just told us all how you met, Rosie? Rosie, come on now. If you're trying to hide it, don't tell everybody, okay? I just can't. Like, even if your parents never watch this type of show, your friend is going to watch it. Some of your friends, maybe your siblings, and that'll get back to your parents. Like, YouTube clips are out there, like, it's on TV. Like, come on now. Do better. People always want to have secrets and then just tell them all on TV. I just can't. Do better. And then they meet up in the park. And I just felt like, why does she always look constipated? Is it just me? I don't know. But he says, well, I have a solution to the problem with the family, harping on her, because it's all she talks about. And he says, well, I got a solution. He gives her a little box, and it's not a ring, it's not a necklace, it's a key. Guess what it's a key to, y'all? It's a key to the whole pad, okay? And he says he did that so it can, like, solve the problem of the parents getting away of them spending time together. I personally think he did it because he was tired of hearing her complain, but I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest. But I think he was just tired of hearing her complain. Okay? Y'all stay with me now. Stay with me with me losing my thoughts. Okay? My head hurt. But anyways, he just, she said, well, I don't really think that's going to solve the problem. They really don't like you. And he said, well, let's invite them to dinner and I will try to, persuade them and get to know them more so they can get to know me more. And, just everybody be one big happy family. But we find out right after that the first time he met her family was at her graduation, and they basically ignored him the whole time, according to him at least. They was like, who are you? Why are you here? Why are you talking to us? Don't do that. And so then they get to the dinner later, obviously. And, family is running late. Time's a ticking. She texts them, and they text her back saying they're not coming. And she started crying. And then I thought, oh, Rosie, maybe you do love him. Just maybe. That doesn't change the fact that you're big on materialistic things. That doesn't change. But maybe, just maybe, you do love him. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so then we have Katie and Sean. No, wait. I don't know why I said that. Because I thought it said, I was thinking Katie and Colt, but it's Kate and Sean. Kate and Sean. Excuse me, y'all. Kate is 34 and Sean is 29. This is the first time we're seeing them. And, turns out she's a church girl. Like, she's going to sing in a choir later today. The whole nine. She talks about church quite a bit, actually. And then we see him. He has a very in-your-face type of style. They met actually when he was speaking on a panel. And she was taking notes. And he just thought she was the cutest thing. And I forgot to say this because I'm so used to talking about the other couples that we already know about. But he is the millionaire out of the two. And it was so adorable, y'all. I was like, oh, he called her his sanctuary. It was so adorable because, at least according to her, he is also strong in his faith, and that's actually something they agree and click on. She wants to marry ASAP, and I'm not surprised. She's 34. She said, no sex, no cohabitation. They gotta be married. And the thing is, she talks a ton about marriage this episode. Once again, I'm not surprised. She's 34. However, that's not what I'm hearing from him. He kind of was like halfway agreeing when they were together and talking on the couch and stuff. But when he's talking to us in like the little interview, he ain't ready for kids yet. He ain't ready for marriage yet. He wants to, I don't know what he wants to do actually, but he said he still has stuff to do. He still got plans, he said. He said he wants to become a billionaire, millionaire, and good enough, he said. Not in his exact words. And he said he was a player before, and then she said to a friend, she met with a friend, they had coffee, and she's like, she feels like they're not on the same timeline. And that's funny because I have wrote something very similar to that right before she said it. And she said she can feel it. And then the producers asked her something, and I don't even remember what it was no more. But I felt like y'all are really asking the nitty-gritty questions now. But she's like, it's been a year already. It's been a year. When he's going to ask me to marry him, I need to, ask him, talk to him about it. But I don't want to be that person. And I just kind of felt like, honestly, a year is actually not that long. Don't get me wrong. There are people who get married within that time frame or less, and some of them work out, some of them don't. And there are people who, be together 10 years and then get married. Some of them work out, and some of them don't. That's not really what I mean here. I mean, like, the way she's talking, it just makes it sound like, oh my God, I've been waiting forever. But, on average, people wait, a year, 2 years, maybe longer. I don't actually know the average, but from what I hear from other people, it's usually more than a year before somebody is like, hey, let's get married. But I do understand that that's what she wants, and that's what she's ready for and has been ready for. At the age of 34, she feels like, I want to do this now because I need to have kids. So I do understand it from that aspect, and I just feel like it's going to be one or two things. You're either going to wait for him to be ready, whenever that is, or you're just going to have to meet somebody else and be with somebody else who is on your same timeline. You have to decide what's more important, Yeah. So then we have Brianna and Bill, who, as we know, have a huge age gap. Brianna's 21, Bill is 60. And she is meeting her friend to vent about what went down last episode with Kathleen, okay? Now, Kathleen, if y'all remember, said a lot of things, but one of the things that she really harped on was that Bill is a cheater, always will be, and that he went on a date since they've been together. And she doesn't believe it, she says, but then she's crying. So that makes me feel like there's a seed of doubt there inside of her. And yup, doubt there is, because sure enough, she said she is afraid that it's true. And her friend gives her good advice. She says, talk to him. Hear his response. See how he acts. Watch his body language. And you will know if he's telling the truth or not. Either way, like, you will have your decision, And then they talk. And first of all, she is so cute when she's mad. I know I shouldn't say that, but she is. She was like, and I was like... But anyways, when they were talking, his reaction was trash at first. He like chuckled and like smirked and was like smiling and laughing it off and taking it, one ear and out the other. And then he was just like paying her no mind, sweeping it under the rug type of thing. And I would have snapped. Like, really? Like, this is a serious topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be addressing it out the gate, not automatically being like, well, Kathleen used to have ill will towards me because of how I did her. I didn't know she went back to acting that way. What? But, after he reacted, horribly, she ended up, kind of, getting on him like, are you cheating? Like, I'm freaking over here crying, worrying about whether you're cheating on me or not. Like, let me know what's up, like, comfort me, tell me if it's true, like, what's going on, like, should I be believing her? And, he told her that he's not cheating. I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. I don't know them. There wasn't enough information. He didn't give off enough of a vibe. But he did admit to cheating on Kathleen a long time ago, so I don't know if he cheating on Brianna or not. But he does comfort her after that and, says something good. He says basically, in the end, the only real way to prove to you that I'm a changed man is by my actions and by my life with you. So I thought that was nice, but it was kind of like, you should have been said that, because now it kind of seems half-assed after you did all that chuckling and smiling in my face while I'm crying kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? That is all we have for today, folks. So, kawaii poses. And subscribe. Hit that button, y'all. Give me those likes. Give me those comments. Let me know what you think. So yeah. And I'm sorry I didn't have as much energy. My head hurts so bad, y'all. So bad. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And I can't wait to watch the next episode. Mwah! Please, everyone, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and don't forget to hit the bell so you can get notified every time. Bye!